Age seems to play an important role in our society. We are accustomed to accepting the age factor as an important tool when it comes to assigning responsibility and roles. Leadership is no exception. It's crucial to question whether we are inadvertently sidelining the potential of young, enthusiastic leaders under the guise of a lack of experience. Let's take a glimpse at the demographic landscape of leadership across different nations. The median age of a US House of Representatives is 58. In the UK, the average age of House of Commons is 51, and in Japan, the average age of Parliament is 55. Noticing this common trend, we ask the question, is there a curvilinear relationship between leader age and effectiveness? Well, there seems to be conflicting evidence. Drawing inspiration from a variety of literature, we found that older leaders are found to be more friendly and positive. Older managers tend to involve others in decision making, while on the other hand, younger managers tend to make decisions on their own. Another study found that mayors' verbal participation in council meetings increased with age until the mid-50s, and then it declines among those in their 60s and 70s. A study conducted by Boehringer in 2015 found that there was no relationship found between leader age and leader effectiveness. So this brings us to our hypothesis. We hypothesize that a curvilinear relationship is present between leadership effectiveness and age, with peak leadership effectiveness being around middle age. In regards to our methods, a historemetic design was employed in the study. There was a targeted minimum cell size of 20 to 30 cases for each leader style, according to the CIP model brought forth by Mumford and colleagues. The CIP model consists of charismatic, ideological, and pragmatic leaders. A total sample size of 220 movies were brought out, and we aim to ensure that representation was shown for less prevalent leadership styles with this. So in regards to our inclusion criteria, the selected central character had to display leadership. It had to have been released in US theaters between 1996 to 2006. It had to have been one of the top 50 highest grossing films of the year it was released. And lastly, it shouldn't have been a re-release of an earlier movie. This ensured that the movies were similar, and it made it easier to results. In regards to source material, we utilized publicly made available online sources such as YouTube, Wikipedia, and Rotten Tomatoes. Movie trailers gave us the gist of central crisis faced by the leader. Wikipedia offered a written plot summary and movie characteristics, while Rotten Tomato provided ratings from critics and viewers.
After the judges practice their rating system on 10 movies, they're ready to rate the other 210 movies. For each movie, a minimum of 3 judges were chosen out of the 7 to form a triad. These 3 judges would individually judge multiple different factors of one's leadership, including leadership effectiveness. If inter-rater agreement was below 0.7 for a certain factor, that factor would be calibrated during the 2 calibration meetings. These calibration meetings would be between everyone in the triad. The results were graphed in the leadership effectiveness versus age graph. In this graph, the leader's age is shown on the x-axis, and the rating of the leader's effectiveness is shown on the y-axis on a scale of 1 to 5. The black curved line is the best fit curvilinear line for the data, which shows a slightly negative quadratic relationship. According to the ANOVA table, the significance of the quadratic line to predict leadership effectiveness with age is 0.45. An ANOVA test was used in the scenario to test whether or not a difference was truly present between age groups. Because 0.45 is greater than our significance value of 0.05, we can say that there is not a significant difference between the means of each age group. According to the coefficients table, this idea is supported further by the significance value of 0.24, which further suggests that the data does not provide a significant curvilinear relationship.
Our results did not suggest a curvilinear relationship between leadership and age. When we did an ANOVA analysis, it was not significant with the difference between age groups when respect to leadership effectiveness, with our P equaling 0.45. This suggests that consistent leadership effectiveness throughout all age groups was shown. There was not a significant curvilinear correlation between leadership effectiveness and age, with P equaling 24. Even if there was a relationship, it wouldn't follow the quadratic model. The significance of this study is that it challenges the assumption that older leaders are more effective, which could be applied to the political sphere. Limitations of the study is that fiction does not dictate reality in the way that media might not capture all the nuances of reality, and the inclusion criteria could have included bias. Future research could include real-world examples, use qualitative research, and investigative stereotypes influence how people vote. In conclusion, this suggests that age alone is not a reliable predictor of effectiveness.